Now handoff up the middle again. Peterson's got some room up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats.
It's time for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Les Schwab Tires, and Sangster Motors. Now, let's go to live coverage of high school sports on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
Panthers win the district championship. Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome to Eastmont High School. It's the rivalry renewed as the Wenatchee Panthers, off to a good 3-0 start, take on the Eastmont Wildcats here at Eastmont High School. Eastmont's been kind of a slow start so far. They're 0-3 on the season. But anytime these two schools get together, doesn't matter what the sport is, you can pretty much throw those records out the window. Coming up here on the pregame show, we'll talk with both coaches about what's happened so far and also what has happened during the offseason, because there's a lot of work that goes into it before they get together in late August and start practicing for the season that begins Big-9 play here tonight for both of these schools. Corinne Davis, head coach for Eastmont, and Marnie McMahon, the head coach for Wenatchee. We'll have them both on the pregame show, as well as our starting lineups to get you ready for volleyball here and what's probably going to be an exciting house at Eastmont. It's the Wildcats and the Panthers right here, coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And a lot of people were losing jobs. Friends had left the community. It was a hard time. That football team and companies like Abby's kept that place alive and the community spirit alive. That's legendary.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we get ready for the first matchup of the season between Wenatchee and Eastmont. Talking now with Marnie McMahon, the head coach for the Panthers, and off to a good start so far, Marnie. Talk about the season so far and off-season. More importantly, how was the program?
Yeah, we had a great summer program. We hit a couple tournaments. We went down to Vegas and played in a soiree festival. It's a national festival, and ended up playing really well and ended up getting the championship game there, which got the girls really hyped up for the season. Lots of weight training and just skill training throughout July. And then in the non-league schedule, we had G-Prep a couple days ago, and solid program. We played really well, ended up beating them 3-0, and then we played Mount Si, and we won that one as well. Again, quality program. So we've had some great non-league matches that have kind of prepared us for the upcoming season.
It's got to help you to have so many returners off of such a successful run last year, getting to the postseason and beyond. Talk about that as far as the girls you're leaning on to say, okay, this is our program.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I have 13 wonderful girls who work really hard. I got a really good core group of girls, 4 returners coming back that are just gritty, aggressive players, and I don't have to coach their heads. They come in ready to play, which is really nice.
Well, I know you guys are off to a 3-0 start, but you know, throw those records out the window whenever you meet Eastmont. But it looks like on paper that you guys should have the advantage here tonight.
Well, we definitely have the skill ability. Just got to play emotionally sound and not get, stay within ourselves and stay disciplined. And I think we do that, and we do play our game. The things will turn out well for us.
Well, best of luck here tonight.
Thank you so much.
Right, Marnie McMahon joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back with more here from Eastmont High School. It's Wenatchee and Eastmont Volleyball next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do? We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders, or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Welcome back on the pregame show, talking with Corinne Davis, the head coach for the Eastmont Wildcats. Well, 3 starts, but let's talk about the ladies. And I know it's a long season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Tell us about how it's been and how was the offseason for you guys?
Well, preseason, yes, 0-3, but the things that I have seen from them, even though the score may not show it, we have played some of the best volleyball that I've seen them play. The score, again, doesn't reflect that, so I'm very hopeful now getting into season that we can just keep running with that. Because like you said, not a sprint. We got plenty of time to get there, so every game has been an improvement. So
well, and coming off of SELO, right, last weekend, I mean, it sounded like it was everything left on the floor that night, even though you didn't get the win.
Yes, 100%. It was rally after rally after rally. We just weren't the one to finish most of the rallies, but they were close games and some of the best covering and blocking and frontline work that I've seen from our team.
How do you keep emotion out of a rivalry game like this one? You guys always seem to play really tight with each other. You got the defending district champs here. How do you keep emotion out of it?
To be honest, I don't think we can fully say that we do keep it completely out of it, because I mean, it is a rivalry. These girls have grown up together. We just really try to focus on our side of the court. What we can control is what's on our side, what we're doing, and we just try to focus on that and tune the rest out.
They've got some height, obviously. How do you combat that?
We cover and look for holes, and hopefully there's a gap somewhere. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have height over us, but that doesn't, you just got to work around it.
Okay, and speed, right? Just get to the spot.
Yep, exactly. We've been working a lot on fast tempo this week, so I hope that benefits us.
Okay, best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Corinne Davis joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the lineups and get you ready for volleyball here tonight. It's Eastmont and Wenatchee next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
We were in Roseburg in the early 80s. Our oldest son, Dan, was a defensive back, a starter on that team. They set, in fact, became Oregon State champions, setting the first undefeated 14-0 season in Oregon's history. And our kids still talk about that. I go back now, too, and I think about all those great days and great times. The neat thing is that we can go back in today and still enjoy the same quality food that we enjoyed 50 years ago. That's legendary.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
And welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School as we have the reserve players being announced right now here at the pretty good crowd, in front of a pretty good crowd here at Eastmont High School as we get ready for volleyball tonight between the Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. Let's take a look at our TC Slingers starting lineups. Let TC Slingers save you time, money, and labor with their conveyor application. Call for your free estimate today at 509-885-2269. That's TC Slingers of Wenatchee, your landscape placement company. First for the Wenatchee Panthers is announced by their head coach, Marty McMahon. She's assisted by Kayla Randalls, Emily Urban, Jordan McGregor, Juan Sanchez, and Parker Iverson. The non-starters, Bree Sackman, Aaron Walagorski, Zoe Gonzalez, Riley Jones, Hallie Long, and Paige Solberg. The starters tonight here for Coach McMahon, Ava Jo Berry. She had an amazing freshman year last year. She's back as the libero as a sophomore. Elise Byer is a junior. She's the setter. Ashton McMahon, an outside hitter. She's a senior. Kira DeMarjian is a sophomore. She's an outside hitter as well. Designated server is Emma Tucker. She is a sophomore. Opposite hitter is Malia Nell, who's a senior. And middle blocker is Marin Stuber, a sophomore. She'll wear number 15. Meanwhile, for the Eastmont Lady Cats, coming in with a record of 0-3. Their lineup here for Coach Corinne Davis. She's assisted by Joe Gwynn, Lori Butterfield, Becca Hall, and Paris Feifel. The non-starters, Mackenzie Sherman, Tamron Heimbigner, Ladae Riggs, also Kira Davis, Shauna Hampton, and Mariah Orendane. The starters here for Coach Davis tonight at libero, it's Michael Staines, who is a junior at 5'6". Emma Bennett, a 5'8" senior, is a middle blocker. Rachel Hamilton is the setter. She's a 5'6" senior. Tori Woolsborne is a 5'7" outside hitter. She's a senior. Jasmine Seltz is an outside hitter as well. She's 5'6" and a senior. Sammy Beck is their designated server. She is a 5'5" senior. And Tamara Scott is a middle blocker. She's a 5'7" senior. So right away you look at the height out on the floor, and Wenatchee definitely has the advantage here tonight as far as the matchups are concerned. Wenatchee coming in with that record of 3-0. Eastmont at 0-3. But the Big-9 season starts tonight for both these teams. And always rivalry, always. You scrub out the season so far and you concentrate here on tonight. Again, our starting lineups brought to you by TC Slingers. Just a reminder that soccer that was scheduled for tonight has been moved to tomorrow because of poor air quality. They will play that match tomorrow at the Apple Bowl at 7 o'clock. It was slated for tonight at 7, but they'll move it to tomorrow and hopefully get some better air. Now, I was talking with Russ Waterman here before the game, the athletic director for Eastmont High School. He said, well, according to the prognostications, it's supposed to get better as the week goes on and then not so good by the weekend. There is a contingency in place to possibly move football from Friday to Saturday. That would really mess with the schedule, not only for the high school, but also for us here at the NCWLIFE Channel. So we'll see about that. Your officials for tonight are Bill Lieber. He'll be up. Bob Kramer is down. Our anthem is coming up, and we have a great crowd on hand ready for volleyball here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Make it an Abby's Pizza tonight. We'll come back with more here from Eastmont High School as we get ready for volleyball on the NCWLIFE Channel right after this.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Our anthem nicely done here by Georgia Merrill. That was a wonderful rendition of our national anthem while we were away at commercial break, getting ready for volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The Wenatchee Panthers will be to our right as we look at it here at Eastmont, wearing the black with the purple numbers trimmed in gold. Eastmont with the home white tops, the Columbia blue Wildcats across the back in the red numbers, and the black Spanx on both sides. Again, our officials are Bill Lieber, who is up. Bob Kramer is down, and we're about ready to get underway with volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Eastmont and Wenatchee student bodies are across the way from us here. Wenatchee making some good noise already. The red zone is wearing black tonight. I guess it's a security night tonight. The security guards, there you go, for the Wildcats. They flip a coin to determine whom will serve first between the captains. And it looks like it will be, I don't see the ball yet. Oh, the ball's over here next to us at the scores table, that's why. So it'll be Eastmont serving. And to serve it up will be Rachel Hamilton. She is a senior, wears number 5. She'll drop back and we'll start the match here. Best of 5 underway. Big-9 action on the NCWLIFE Channel. Back line it goes to McMahon. Up front, back to McMahon. A heck of a spike, but it's a point for Wenatchee. Thought maybe that was a little deep, but no. They say the first point of the match goes to the Wenatchee Panthers. Service will be by Elise Beyer. Beyer is, it'll be McMahon. It'll be Ashton McMahon. The senior right-handed server from the left side will approach, and it's right down the middle. A nice return by Woolsborne, and Eastmont dinks it over the net and gets the point. Sprawling out trying to get after it was Bree Sackman, but she cannot get enough of it, and so it's a point back and forth here to start this match. In comes Cameron Heimbigner for Eastmont, and back to serve will be Tori Woolsborne. Tori was a starter off of last year's squad. Goes cross court with it, diving down. Beautiful play here by Sackman. And Wenatchee will get the points. Nice set, and then Byer finishes it off here for Wenatchee. Substitution for the Panthers coming in is Marin Stuber. And back to serve will be Ava Jo Berry. What a story last year for this freshman, helping to lead the Panthers to a district championship. Good serve, good return. Nice little set here, and a beautiful job of the nets up front by Emma Bennett. She'll get the points for Eastmont. Back and forth we go, 2-2. And into the contest comes Tamara Scott. The service for Eastmont will be to Emma Bennett. Jim Beeson, Wenatchee High School Athletics Director, helping out to retrieve a loose ball in the backcourt. So now we finally get it over to Emma, and she'll have the serve. Back line it goes. Jo Berry is there. Hustling as Byer. Then the kill attempt by Sackman. Eastmont with the counter. Back line to McMahon. Up front it comes. Here's Sackman again. Touched at the net. And Eastmont's not going to be able to get down after that one. Getting up high was Jasmine Seltz to touch it at the net as it came across. But then it just kind of spun off of her hand and fell down to the ground. And a point for Wenatchee. 3-2. Panthers on top. Service here by Kira DeMargin. DeMargin jump serve. Backline it goes. Wolfsborn is there. Up front for the little tap there at the net by Heimbigner. Wenatchee counters. Good kill attempt by Sackman. That's going to be a point for Wenatchee. Bree Sackman active in this one so far. 4-2 the score. Wenatchee on top. Service back line too deep and out, and a point and an unforced error. We'll keep track of those for both sides here on the service. It's the first one of this game. This by Wenatchee. Service for the Wildcats will be Lydia Riggs. Service is back to Jo Berry. Beautiful job at the net to getting it over quickly. Now Eastmont just gets it back over. Up front the set, cross court attempt by Stuber. And it's a point for Wenatchee again. Substitution, Emmy Tucker comes in for the Panthers. She is their designated server, so she'll do as such. She drops back to the back line. First set, best of 5. Across the net it goes. Back there to return it is Staines. Now the kill attempt goes back line. Killed by McMahon, and the point is for Wenatchee. McMahon with the kill, and the block at the net by Eastmont as Tamara Scott got up high, but the ball ricocheted back across the net and goes out of bounds, so it's a point for Wenatchee. Again, the service is by Tucker. Back line to Eastmont. Wolfsborn is there. Got it over to is Sherman, and McKenzie can't quite get a clean hit on it. Another point for the Panthers. They're up by 4. Emmy Tucker with the serve. Back line, that may have been out, but Eastmont returns it. Now the hit at the net's going to be too deep off of the arm of Sherman. And looking over to Corinne Davis, seeing if she wants to take an early timeout here, as it's a 5-point differential. 8-3 Wenatchee on top. Tucker, service, back line again. There is Heimbigner. Guarded by the official, screened by the official. This one goes skittering out of bounds off of a fist of a Panther, and it will be a point here for Eastmont as Emmy Tucker, the server, playing the back line there, just couldn't quite get a square hit on it. So it's 8-4. Eastmont with the service now, and Sammy Beck, their designated server, will come in. Sammy's serve cross court will go right to Tucker, then up front to McMahon. McMahon, the set for her was not the greatest. She had to kind of go backwards to get it, and it goes into the net on her kill attempt, so it's a point to Eastmont. Closes the gap to 3. Beck again with the service. She'll kind of drift a little bit over more to the left with the right-handed serve. Back line, there's Joe Berry up front. Now a kill, but into the net, I think it was Wenatchee, yes. Stuber on the follow-through went into the net, and so it's a point to the Wildcats. Closes the gap to 2. Corinne Davis, she said, well, I don't think we could take emotion out of a rivalry game. Here's McMahon, that's wide. Wenatchee's claiming that Eastmont touched it on the kill attempt by McMahon. He looks over to Mom, and Marnie giving her some advice. Here we go, 8-7. Eastmont coming back. Beck with a serve. Joe Berry up front, it goes to Byer. Nice sprawling play down low for Eastmont by Riggs. And a little touch by McMahon, and nearly a collision on Eastmont's side, as it was Scott and Seltz nearly coming together. Ball falls in for a point for Wenatchee. I see almost all of the Panthers are wearing sleeves. That's a great idea. Get down to the floor and don't leave a bunch of skin down there. Eastmont with the kill attempt at the net. It'll be touched as it was blocked up front on the kill by Scott. McMahon was there. Also skying high was Malia Nell. Nell, tallest person on the floor. Panthers with the service. Marin Stuber. And a 3-point lead for the Panthers. Back line, 2 bodies together. Eastmont needs to regroup here. And ball touched at the net by Nell. Will go out of bounds, and it'll be a point to Eastmont. Good job getting up high by Tambra Scott. The middle blocker for Eastmont gets the kill. Michael Staines on the service. Oh, it's in. An ace. Staines kind of almost bashedly look on her face saying, did I do that? Yes, you did, young lady. Cuts the lead to 1. Staines again, a beautiful serve. Joe Berry with the return, and this one's in on the return by Eastmont. How about that? Wow, what a play for the Wildcats on a quick back and forth. Ava Joe Berry with a fantastic return, and then bink, here it comes right back at you. Again, Staines on the service. This one's too deep, and we were tied momentarily. Now it's back to a Wenatchee lead. Our first tie since 0. And the service for Wenatchee by Elise Byer. Byer approaches. Service is back to Beck. Up front it comes. Whoa, whale of a hit by Bennett. Joe Berry there. McMahon with the kill. Blocked at the net. McMahon again off of a face. This time it'll spin out of bounds. Off of Eastmont. Point to Wenatchee. Entertaining one so far here in this first set. Best of 5. Wenatchee, I could say their first match of the season against Mount Si, it was pretty challenging there, but the rest, they've just cruised to 3-0 wins all the way around. Eastmont trying to reverse that trend here tonight. Good volley across. Joe Berry to McMahon with the kill attempt. Cross court. Beck is there. And Woolsburg. Beck gets it across. Now the set and a little touch at the nets. It's kept alive by Eastmont. A little swiping swim move by Woolsborne. And now McMahon, it was Nell with the kill attempt. And is this going to be 4 hits? No, 3 hits. They got it back across. Eastmont, what a volley here. Block at the net. It goes out of bounds. Point to Eastmont. Cuts the deficit to 1 again. And a substitution here for Eastmont. 2 ladies come in as Rachel Hamilton will come in to serve. And occupying the front line will be Jasmine Seltz. Here's the service. Right down the middle. Joe Berry is there. Up front to Byer. A little touch by McMahon. Beautifully done. Boy, she has a coach's knowledge on the floor, you can tell. And Ashton comes up with a point for Wenatchee. Substitution, Bree Sackman comes back in, who was busy when she was on the floor earlier. McMahon will have the serve. She likes to go over to the left side with the right hand. And she'll get the service location from her coach. And here comes the serve. Right down the middle, right there is Wolfsborn. Up front it comes. Kill attempt, blocked by by Wenatchee, but into the net on a follow through is Eastmont. They're going to say that Seltz was into the net, so it's a point to the Panthers. Back up by 3. Ashton with the serve, and into the net it goes. Tried to be a little tricky to go right down the line as she moved over to the right side, which we hardly ever see from her. Tori Wolfsborn will have the service for Wenatchee as checking back in as Heimbigner. Give the Wildcats a little more height up front. And Wolfsborn with the service, trailing by 2. Joe Barry, Beyer, reverse kill attempt. It ticked a Wildcat hand and goes out of bounds. Nice kill by DeMargin over there. Back in comes Stuber. Service will be to Ava Joe Barry. Well, you know, Marnie McMahon talked about getting into the weight room, and you could tell. I mean, just look at the arms of these young ladies. They have been lifting some weights, that is for sure. Eastmont on the return. Kill attempt a little bit too far from Emma Bennett. That goes past the end line. No, they're going to say it was touched. Marty McMahon asking the near side official, Bob Kramer, are you sure about that? But no, it touches a Panther, and it's a point to Eastmont. Cuts the deficit to 2 again. Nobody's running and hiding here. Eastmont still yet to get a lead in this one. Corinne Davis talked about how the Wildcats really have improved through their 3 games. They're 0-3, yeah, but they've really improved through those 3 matches. Here's Beyer, reverse and kind of an awkward set. Now the scramble for Eastmont. Wolfsborn goes right into the net with it. Point for the Panthers. That was kind of ugly on both sides of the net, and turns out to be a Panther point as Kira DeMargin will head back to serve it away. DeMargin with the approach and the right-handed serve. Down the line it goes. Eastmont with the counter. Here's a kill attempt at the net and a point for Eastmont. Tamara Scott goes high and is able to get the glancing blow to spin out of bounds off of Wenatchee. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I thought that was an Eastmont point, but they're going to say it went out of bounds. And so it goes to Wenatchee. Huh, how about that? Or maybe she was in the net. Sorry, I didn't see the call there. So here comes up front. They serve it right up, but no, let's see. Into the net. Somebody's into the net. And the point goes to Wenatchee, 18-13. 5-point differential. So it continues here for Kira DeMargin. DeMargin with the serve. Soft one this time. Right there, Eastmont, and they kind of again struggle a little bit. Wolfsborn gets it over. Up front to Beyer. Here's a little touch and a swipe. Almost looked like a carry, but no, Stuber is able to get the points. 19-13, 6-point lead here for the Wildcats. Again, you played at 25. Got to win by 2 points. DeMargin across. Boy, Eastmont scrambling all over, and this time they get a point as Cameron Heimbigner found a hole in the pond, and a tip of the cap to my former broadcast partner for helping me on the nomenclature here for volleyball. Letty Riggs will serve it here. Mackenzie Sherman also came back in the game here for Eastmont. Ava Joe Barry to McMahon. There's kill attempt at the nets, and McMahon just defensively fisted it back, and then it was out of bounds off of Eastmont's Cameron Heimbigner. So a point to Wenatchee. First into the 20s here is the Panthers. Their designated server, Emmy Tucker, comes in, and boy, she went on a run here earlier in this game. Panthers by 6, trying to close it out here. Down the line it goes. There is Heimbigner. They get it up front for the kill attempt by Sherman. Here's the return. McMahon cross court and into the net goes one of the Wildcats. I think it was Tamara Scott again. So the point to Wenatchee. 21-14. Again, it's Tucker on the service. And boy, that may have been deep, but Staines caught no man's land back there. So it goes off of her out of bounds. Point to Wenatchee. One of the easier points for the Panthers here in this one. We've had one ace, and that was by an Eastmont server. And that's been it so far. One tie other than when we were at zeros. Down the line, this one's too deep. Eastmont will celebrate the points and live to see another opportunity here offensively. Sammy Beck will come in just at the right time as your designated server for the Wildcats, and Coach Corinne Davis. Sammy Beck with her team trailing by 7. Needs to get a good one here. Service by Beck. Cross court it goes. Back line, DeMargin to Byer to McMahon. Too deep. Thunderous spike attempt by McMahon, but too deep. 6-point differential. Back again on the serve for the Cats. Into the net it goes. Wenatchee 2 points away from a first set win. And the service will be by Marin Stuber. Marin ready. The approach. Ticks the top of the net, and boy, there's an ace for you at an opportune time for the Panthers. Tori Woolsborne sprawling out trying to get it. She couldn't. 1 point away from a victory here in the first set for the Panthers. Again, the service by Marin Stuber. The sophomore approaches. Cross-court serve. Eastmont counters Woolsborne. The kill attempt. It comes back but goes out of bounds. It'll be a point to Eastmont. They stay alive. Bennett will come in. Back to serve is Staines. Staines from the left side with the right hand. Cross court it goes. McMahon is there. Up front to Byer. Back to McMahon. Little touch. Found a hole in the pond, but Eastmont can't recover. And it is a point for Wenatchee, and the Panthers win our first set here tonight by a score of 25-17. Our broadcast here brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982, serving residential and commercial. They specialize in indoor air quality installation and service or repair. We're back with our second set coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
Big-9 Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Global Car Care. ASC certified technicians will take good care of your vehicle. Whether you need general maintenance or have a European specialty car, you can count on Global to keep you on the road. Getting ready for our second set here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel as Eastmont trails Wenatchee here 1-0 after a 25-17 win by the Panthers in our first game. Game, set, match. Yeah, the nomenclature still escapes me. I guess you call them games rather than sets. Keep thinking of tennis. So 25-17 our score in game 1. This is game 2. Wenatchee should have the service here for our second game. Bill Lieber is our official on the podium. Down on the floor is Bob Kramer. Certainly appreciate the officials for doing what they do, because without officials, it's just recess. Elise Beyer will start things off here for the Panthers, who led the entire first game. Service cross court it goes, and McMahon right there for the tap, and it goes right off the inner arm of Rachel Hamilton. Not much she could do there. There's been a few that were returned by Eastmont and accidentally went back over the net and turned out to be a perfect set for the Panthers. Second service, cross court again. The ball spinning and then pushed back across by Staines, and we're going to get a double hit called on Staines. That's where the ball hits one hand and then microseconds later hits the other hand, so that's a double hit. Can't do that. So Beyer back on the service, leading it 2-0. Cross court again. This time it's wide and out, and will be a point to Eastmont. Good eye by Staines. And the service will be for Rachel Hamilton here for the Wildcats. And Joe Berry is there to Beyer, now near side. And whoa, what a crushing blow by DeMargin. Goodness gracious. Wow. 3-1 Wenatchee. Hey, she ain't messing around. All right. McMahon will have the service for Wenatchee. Little soft touch here. Beck is there. Up to the front line it goes. Now a little touch and a save by Nell, but it goes back to nobody as it falls in a hole in the pond, and that'll work. Beck will come out, and Heinbigner comes in for the Wildcats, and Tori Woolsborne will have the service. Tori serve. Back line to McMahon. Up front it comes to Beyer. She'll set it up for DeMargin. And beautiful on the little soft touch. Points. Panthers. Stuber comes in for Wenatchee, and back to serve it will be Ava Jo Berry. Talking with Marty McMahon before the game tonight. And I said, well, how long have you been coaching now? She says it's 23 years. Second here at this stint with Wenatchee. Ava Jo Berry. Oh, the ball hit the ceiling, and that's going to be a point to Eastmont. That's too bad. Ava Jo made a great attempt running with the ball over her head, trying to flip it backwards, and it just went too high and hit the ceiling. 4-3 the score. Service by Emma Bennett for the Wildcats. 23 years as a coach of volleyball, and boy, it shows with the ladies here for the Panthers and how well they're doing. Here's a kill attempt at the net, but again, they are going to say that let's see, are they saying that Wenatchee was in the net? Yes. So we're all tied up. Second tie of the night, first in this game. Back line, and first lead of the night for Eastmont will come on a miss hit on the back line by DeMargin. Looks like she was kind of backing up, thinking maybe I need to let this one go, but it just kept tracking her. Again, the service for Bennett. Back line to DeMargin, a miss hit for her. Wenatchee scrambling, Joe Berry got it back over. It goes back line to Bennett. Now up front to kill attempt, and it's out. Out. Kill attempt was by Rachel Hamilton, I believe, here for Eastmont. Or no, let's see. What do we got? Yeah. Tie game at 5-5. The service, Kira DeMargin here for Wenatchee. Oh, what a serve. And Eastmont just scrambling, got the ball back over. Here's Beyer. Now we got something going on. A double hit. Point to Eastmont. They're going to say the set by Beyer is the culprit of the double hit. Substitution for Eastmont. Lydia Riggs comes back in. So Lydia will have the service. Right hand from the right side. Right down the middle to Ava Jo Berry. Here's Beyer. Now the kill down the line. Is it in? It is. Couldn't tell. Tie game, no matter the case. 6-6. Kill attempt was by Bree Sackman. And they will give the point to Wenatchee. So Emmy Tucker, designated server, in here for the first time in game 2. Tucker with the service. Cross court it goes. Out. Good eye by Woolsborne. Talking over there with Sherman. And they let it go out. And Woolsborne again kind of embarrassingly puts a hand to her chest and says, okay, whew, I can breathe. I made the right choice. Sammy Beck will have the service here for Eastmont as the Wildcats lead it again 7-6. Had 2 ties, 2 lead changes in this one. Here's a massive kill attempt by McMahon, and no, it's deep. Eastmont with its largest lead of the night at 2. Beck, service. Cross court, and it is out. Point to Wenatchee. Nell comes back in, and back to serve will be Stuber. Marin looks like she's added a couple of inches since last year. A little bit taller. Backline service, and that's coming to the scorer's table on a miss hit on the return by Rachel Hamilton. Or was it Hamilton? I'm sorry, it was Beck back there that had the deflection off her arm and comes spinning our way. So we're back to another tie here, our 3rd tie of this game. Service. And that one looks deep, and it is. Good talk on the Eastmont side to let that one go. Another lead change. Good one here tonight. Glad you joined us on the NCWLIFE Channel. Michael Staines with the service. Cross court to McMahon. Now to Beyer. Back to McMahon. This time she puts a little, takes some steam off of it. Now it is McMahon. The kill attempt, and it's in, and a point for Wenatchee. Boy, she's had a little bit of a difficulty since the first part of this match here tonight, but McMahon gets that one to go in. Sprawling attempt by Staines, can't get to it, so we're tied again at 9. Service for Beyer. Boy, that's a low serve, somehow got over the net. McMahon tried to just get it back quickly as it came to her on the second hit. She wasn't ready for it, on a point for Eastmont. 4 ties, 4 lead changes. Substitution here for Eastmont. Coming in is Rachel Hamilton. Also looks like Jasmine Seltz came in for the front row. Service. Down to get it is Wenatchee. Here's McMahon off her forearm. Got her back across. Now the kill attempt. And it goes off to Ava Jo Berry, and the hit by Bennett. Point to Eastmont. I'm seeing more emotion coming from I guess the biggest emotion I'm seeing on the floor tonight is from Corinne Davis, the head coach for Eastmont. The girls on the floor being rather mundane about it so far. Ava Jo Berry on the return. Over it comes on a kill attempt by DeMargin, and it falls in for a point. Kara DeMargin has worked her tail off here in the offseason, and she has come to play here in 2022. Substitution is Bree Sackman. And McMahon will have the service. Up the front line it goes here as they set it up for Bennett on the kill attempt, and we're going to get somebody under the net, or yes, I guess Nell, went under the net, so it's a point to Eastmont. And Tori Woolsborne will have the service again here. 12-10, Eastmont on top. Trailing it 1-0. Ava Jo Berry on the return. Now the reverse set to DeMargin, and Eastmont got a piece of it, but it goes right into the standard upon which that Bill Lieber is standing, so that is as good as out, and that is as good as a point for Wenatchee. 12-11 our score. Jo Berry on the service. Down the line it goes, and that goes over the net, and that turns out to be one of those nice little sets basically for Wenatchee as DeMargin slaps it back to the floor. Speaking of growing a couple of inches, I think Ava Jo Berry also grew a couple of inches here between her freshman and sophomore year. Back line on the service by Jo Berry. Here's a little fist bump at the net. Reverse, DeMargin got it back across. Now to Hamilton. Now the kill, and it's in! Whoa, what a shot for Staines for Eastmont, as we were tied there momentarily. But Eastmont regains the lead, 13-12. Wildcats giving the Panthers all they can handle here tonight, as Emma Bennett will have the service for Eastmont. Down to Annie DeMargin, up to Berry. Now the kill attempt, cross court it goes from Sackman. Eastmont is able to counter, but this fist at the net by Seltz goes spinning out of control, out of bounds. Point to Wenatchee. We're tied yet again. 6 ties, 4 lead changes. And the service by DeMargin. Little soft serve there. Woolsborne is there. Back to Woolsborne. Into the net it goes. Tori taps her chest, says, yeah, that was on me. That was a good set. I just missed it. Which happens. It happens. 5th lead change. Panthers on top. DeMargin service. Woolsborne. Chase. Now the hit across the net by Seltz. Seltz got it back to her. Gets it back again. A little soft touch. Now to DeMargin. Now the kill attempt at the net by Sackman. Eastmont backing up, and looks like a point here went outside the antenna on the hit attempt by Eastmont on the far side. I think that was Heimbigner over there. Or maybe it was Hamilton that was kind of backing up, backpedaling as she hit it. Wenatchee's largest lead here in this game. Woolsborne. Oh, that's a tough one. Jo Berry is there. Now to Byer. Now it's Sackman. The rejection goes out of bounds, and so it's a point to Wenatchee. Tamara Scott looks over to her coach, Corinne Davis, and says, hey, you got to be square. Square with the net so the ball goes back in play. Tough serve there. Scramble for Eastmont. Can they get it back across? They do not. Goes outside of the antenna, which is out of bounds. And another point to Wenatchee. They're on a nice run here after trailing at 13-12, 5 in a row here for DeMargin. Kira with the serve. Back line it goes to Staines. Now the kill attempt, and this is going to be a point for Eastmont. Nice attempt on getting to the kill by Jo Berry, but the ball just had too much skookum on it. In comes Lydia Riggs for the Wildcats. She'll drop back to serve. 17-14 our score. Wenatchee on top. Backing up is DeMartian. Up front it comes. Here's the kill attempt at the net. It glanced off a shoulder and came back over the net. Now a little touch, and Eastmont out of control. As falling backwards was Scott, and she kind of was in the way for anybody else to try to get to that ball. Emmy Tucker, designated server, comes in. Nell will take a seat, and back on the front line comes Sackman here for Wenatchee. No, excuse me, Stuber is back in. Back line it goes. There is Seltz now up front. The block at the net. Nicely done by Wenatchee. As Stuber, the one who just checked back in, got that block off the shot by Scott. Point to Wenatchee. 19-14. Panthers were the first to get to 20 in the last game. Winning it 25-17. Trying to do that again here. McMahon on the serve. Eastmont is out of sorts. And it will be a point, and it's a 20-14 lead. Corinne Davis is yet to use a timeout here in this match here tonight. Tucker on the serve. Deep. Too deep. Gives the Wildcats a point. And it will be Sammy Beck checking back in to do the serving duties here for the Wildcats. Appreciate you joining us on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Les Schwab. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Beck on the serve, getting down nicely was DeMartian. Here is Eastmont trying to counter. They do get it across. Back line, now to Byer. Now up front for the kill by Stuber. Eastmont scrambling. They get it back across. Nice job by Sherman. A little touch, and off of her steps was Stuber on the set to her by Byer, and she just couldn't gather her feet. A couple of points in a row here for the Wildcats. Sammy Beck on the service again, trailing it by 4. Serve for Beck. Back line, too deep. Nice talk and communication by Emmy Tucker. Malia Nell comes back into the lineup here for Wenatchee. Stuber will drop back to serve this one. Stuber serve. In. Back. Over. Blocked. Nell. Eastmont keeps it alive. Wolfsborn barely got it across, and that's a point for the Wildcats. (21-17) as Michael Staines will drop back and serve it here for Eastmont. Right-hander from the left side is on the way. And we got a rotation problem with Wenatchee, so it's going to be a point for Eastmont. Wenatchee was out of rotation according to our official near us here at the scores table, Bob Kramer. Marnie McMahon is arguing her case here. So what they're saying, I guess, is that Malia Nell moved before the serve and was out of rotation, I guess. That's what they're saying. Cuts the lead to 3. Service again. This one is to McMahon. Now to Byer. Back to McMahon. Nice little touch there. A little stab attempt by Sherman. Eastmont gets it across. Now to Byer again. McMahon with that kill, and it is, hold on, a point to Wenatchee because they're going to say that Eastmont got into the net. They're saying that Mackenzie Sherman was into the net for the Wildcats. So they're going to check the scoreboard here. I don't believe we got the point to the right place. It says 21-19, should be 22. There we go. 22-19 the score on that point for Wenatchee. So now they're 3 away from winning it. And the service will be Elise Byer. Trying to go up 2-0 here. Service, boy, that's a tough one, but there is Staines. Now Eastmont gets it across. Now the set, McMahon, kill, point, Panthers. Elise Beyer, the junior, with the serve. Back line it goes. There is Beck. Back to Beck. She gets it across. Joe Berry to Beyer. Reverses it to DeMargin. Cross court it goes. Eastmont is there. Scramble nearly went under the net, but everybody's safe. Beyer again to McMahon. A little touch by McMahon. She was almost under the net as well. Now a sprawling attempt in front of the bench by Stain. She goes skidding into the bench, and her coach catches her. But it's a point for Wenatchee. They're one away from winning this one. Boy, you got to credit both teams for the hustle here tonight, and they're just grit and determination. Beyer with a service. Backline to Beck. Oh, we're going to get a double hit, and it's going to be a point, and it's going to be a Wenatchee win, 25-18 here in game 2. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop and schedule your time on the Full Swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. Back with our third game coming up next here from Eastmont. It's the Wildcats and Panthers Big-9 Volleyball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise. Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set. These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Ten seconds. Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School as we head to our third game with Wenatchee up 2-0 so far, winning the first one 25-17 and the second moments ago 25-18, as it should be Eastmont served to start our third game. By the way, score from the T-Mobile Park, middle of the fourth. Padres lead the Mariners 1-0. First of 2 games between the Padres and the Mariners as Seattle wraps up interleague play over the next couple of days at T-Mobile Park. Well, here we go. It's been an entertaining one, to say the least. Eastmont has given Wenatchee fits here tonight. We get all the substitutions in and get everybody in the positions they should be in. And Sammy Beck comes in lastly here for Eastmont. And the service to start us off will be Rachel Hamilton here for the Wildcats, trailing it 2-0. We'll have a post-game show coming up. Talk to the winning coach and one of their players as determined by the head coach. So be sure and tune in for that here on the NCWLIFE Channel. All right, here we go. Hamilton on the serve. Eastmont trying to get one of these at least here tonight. Here's the kill attempt by DeMarjian. That was touched at the line and then goes out of bounds and will be a point to Wenatchee. So the Panthers get the first nod of the contest. Bree Sackman will check in. And Ashton McMahon will head back to serve it away. More sports coming Friday here on the NCWLIFE Channel. At least sets the schedule anyway. A beautiful serve by McMahon and a little touch at the net by Erin Woligorsky, who's in there now for the Panthers. Uses her height to just reach up and go dink, point. Thank you. McMahon on the service. Hefty serve. Beck tried to get both hands adjusted as she stepped to her right. Karam's off of her and out of bounds, point to Wenatchee. So another ace. That's our third of the night, 2 of which by the Panthers. McMahon again on the service. Back line, now up front it comes. Here's the little touch at the net by Seltz. And a kill attempt is in by Bree Sackman. Bree played a big part in our first game tonight and then kind of quieted down. But he gets a point here as Wenatchee runs out to a 4-0 lead. As the service continues for Ashton McMahon. Cross court, back line, off of the hands of Michael Staines, out of bounds, and a point to Wenatchee again. Well, we mentioned that Corinne Davis has not used a timeout here. You get 2 timeouts per game and has not used one yet tonight. Cross court again, down is Beck to get it. It goes over to Hamilton. Now the kill at the net by Wolfsborn. Goes right into the net, and another point for the Panthers. 6-0 lead here for Wenatchee. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV at Sangster Motors. McMahon service. Beck is there. Spinning ball to Hamilton and back to back. Good idea. And now a touch at the net is not going to be enough here for DeMarjian. So finally a point for Eastmont. Breaks the string of 6 in a row by Wenatchee. Substitution as Heimbigner comes in, and back to serve it away will be Tori Wolfsborn. Good energy here tonight by both cheering sections. Ava Jo Berry there to Byer, and a little swipe at the net here by Sackman. Eastmont there to recover, however, and get it back across. Back to Sackman again. This one's a little too deep and will be out, and a point to Eastmont. Or no, hold on. Okay, yes. There's a little discussion between the officials on whether or not that ball was in or out. Marty McMahon saying, hey, that was in. But the helper on the back line immediately put the flag up that that ball was out. Now Ashton McMahon talking it over with Bill Lieber as the representative on the floor for Wenatchee. Marnie still getting a description here from Bob Kramer on what they saw. Point to Eastmont. Service Wolfsborn. Beautiful cross-court serve. Now the reverse set for DeMarjian. Her kill spins off of the hands of the outstretched Cameron Heimbigner. Point to Wenatchee. Marin Stuber comes in on the front row as Ava Jo Berry drops back to serve. Jo Berry goes across the court. Eastmont does a good job returning. Look out, McMahon's on the floor. Wenatchee scrambling. Sackman got it back across, and then a mishit on Eastmont's side by Hamilton. Had her hands facing the wrong way, and the ball goes right to the floor. Again, Ava Jo Berry on the service. Oh, what a tough serve. But the return for Eastmont. Now the counter. This one goes out of bounds on the kill, and then the block. But what a job by Michael Staines just to get that ball back across the net. Are you kidding me? Again, Joe Barry on the service here. Lead it 9-2. Again, another ball that ticks the top of the net. Woolsborne goes back line with it. McMahon falling down. Byer now to Barry, and this is going to be out. Boy, the points have been hard to come by here for Eastmont in this third game. But they get one, and Emma Bennett will drop back to serve for the Wildcats. Down the middle it goes. Joe Barry is there. Now to Byer. Now near side to Sackman. Sackman had the ball. Hamilton got a piece of it. Then Eastmont just scrambles from there. Joe Barry down to a knee. Here's the kill at the net. And a point. Stuber is there for Wenatchee. And she's had some quality swipes at the net here as well for the Panthers. It'll be DeMargin on the service. Cross-court back line. Eastmont is there as Staines got it back across. That's a nice kill attempt, and because of that kill at the net, and I think that was by Scott, the ball on the return just completely spins out of bounds across the way. So a point for Eastmont. 10-4, good buddy. That's our score as Lydia Riggs will come in to serve it away here for the Wildcats. Riggs approach. Nice serve. Little touch at the net by Byer. And the kill swipe by Heimbigner. Now to Byer. Now Sackman. Deep. Too deep. Heimbigner replaced here by Sammy Beck for Eastmont. And meanwhile, back to serve is Lydia Riggs. Riggs back line. McMahon kind of a miss hit, but Wenatchee able to counter. And a point going to be given to the Panthers. Bree Sackman just kind of lifted up on her left foot and had the trajectory to get it across the net. And now Sackman will be the beneficiary of a serve here as her team leads it 11-5. Bree on the service. Down the line it goes. Back line to Heimbigner. And now the kill. What a swipe by Woolsborne. And then Scott goes up high, but then she can't get to it, so the ball falls in for a point for Wenatchee. Sackman. Her team up by 7. Back line. As soon as the ball goes across the net, I get screened by the officials, so I can't see who gets to it. This ball goes too deep, and it will be another point for Wenatchee. We've got, hang on, the freshman court posts for the net are being shuttled across the back end here. So, well, they don't wait. They're just going to go ahead and play anyway. This ball is a point for Wenatchee. I think they should have called timeout, for goodness sakes, while that was going on. But, you know, what do I know? 14-5 the score. Sackman doing a good job serving here. 3-4 points in a row here for Bree. And the service. There's Woolsborne. Back line is Sackman. Ooh, that could have been a carry, maybe? No, it hits the antenna on the return by Eastmont, and a point to Wenatchee. Byer, I thought maybe carried that ball, but no, they say she did not. So the timeout going to be taken finally here by Eastmont as they trail up 15-5. And we'll take a break as well. 60-second timeouts. We'll come back with Wenatchee on top by 10 here in the third game. You're watching Big-9 Volleyball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Sackman on the service as we come back from commercial here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eastmont with the counter. The point going to be given here to Eastmont on a carry on a nice kill at the net. Nice job by Tamara Scott. Sammy Beck will come in to serve here. Thank you to our Facebook followers. The DS is not designated server. It's designated or defensive specialist. Although the defensive specialists for both sides have been the ones to come in and serve. So McMahon has one of the few she's had that was a mishit on a kill attempt, and will be a point for Eastmont. Wildcats trail at 15-7 here in the third game after falling in the first two, 25-17 and 25-18. Nice swipe at the net. Eastmont countering though. They get it back across. Joe Berry up front to Byer. Here comes to McMahon and a touch. And I thought maybe Wildcats were under the net, but no, they let them play. But this is going to be the fourth hit, I think. Regardless, it's a point for Wenatchee. I give credit to Eastmont for the scramble plays here tonight. They seem a little on the edge of out of control at times. Wenatchee a little more control. There's the service by Stuber. Back line it goes. Down to get it with Staines. Here's a beautiful kill at the nets by Woolsborne. And point here for Eastmont. Cuts the lead in half, 16-8 here on the service now by Michael Staines. Staines serve cross court, too deep. Good communication on the back line there by DeMargin and by McMahon. Service will be to Elise Byer. Byer on the service, right hand for the right side. Cross court it goes. Back there is Staines. Up front it comes, but in under the net. Dancing was Lydia Riggs as she tried to get that ball back in somebody's hands to get it back over the net. Substitution for Wenatchee in for the first time is Zoe Gonzalez. And back to serve will be Elise Byer again. Panthers lead it by 10. Oops. Into the net it goes. Unforced error. We've only had two of those tonight, and those were both on services by Wenatchee. Substitution here for Eastmont. Rachel Hamilton back in. Also comes Tamara Scott for the, that's Jasmine Seltz who came back in. Jasmine and Tamara both have long hair in the back that covers their numbers. And the service by Hamilton. Wenatchee with the counter. McMahon, kill. Point. Ashton all over it tonight. Sackman will replace Emmy Tucker. Again, football coming your way, scheduled on Friday night, pending the smoke. Bridge of Sportsmanship, Wenatchee Eastmont from Wildcat Stadium here nearby. Woolsborne got it up front so they could get it back across. Here's Byers setting it up for Gonzalez, and she comes off the bench and gets a kill. Zoe, a very understated grin on her face. Finally, a smile creases her lips. McMahon back to serve. 20-9 our score. Wenatchee on top. Cross court. There is Beck. A scramble play again for Eastmont. A little touch at the nets by Seltz. Got it back over. Here's McMahon. Back to Beck. Out front it comes to Hamilton. Now the kill attempt. Cross court. Falling down. Joe Berry got it back across. Kill at the net again. This point will go to Eastmont. Aaron Walagorski is in there as well for Wenatchee up on the front line. And Tamron Heimbigner will come in while Beck takes a seat. Tori Woolsborne will have the service, trailing it by 10. Joe Berry to Beyer. Cross court to Sackman. Block at the net, but then the ball falls right down back into the shoulder of Emma Bennett. Nothing you could do with that. Marin Stuber comes back in. Also back in, here comes Malia Nell. Oh, so Stuber comes out. And the service for Ava Jo Berry. Sprawling down, not able to get a good piece of it is Michael Staines. So that'll go down as an ace, our third of the night for the Panthers. And a substitution here for Wenatchee. Trying to see the number on the jersey is 13, and that is Paige Solberg comes in for the first time. He's got family or friends right behind me because they cheer vociferously. Eastmont on the counter. Back line it goes. And I think if Ashton lets that go, it's probably too deep. But it was touched by Ashton and spins out towards the fans here at Eastmont High School. So a point to Eastmont. Wildcats will have the service. And Emma Bennett will do the honors. Bennett serve. Gets across. McMahon is there to Joe Berry. Now back up front it comes. And kind of a miss-hit opportunity for Solberg. It goes outside the antenna. Will be a point. Paige with a grin, nervous grin on her face. And another service opportunity for Emma Bennett. Service, back line. Joe Berry up front to Beyer. Beyer reverses it to Gonzalez. Nice little soft touch there. Up front, and Eastmont touches it, and we're going to get a point to Wenatchee because Eastmont in the net yet again. Heimbigner this time. Gonzalez will be replaced here by Holly Long, who will come in to serve. First time in the game tonight for Long. Wenatchee 2 points away from settling this one. Long with a left-handed serve. You don't see that very often. And Eastmont cannot counter, so that'll be nearly as good as an ace, as Eastmont can't get it back over the net. So she just came in, did the senior Hallie Long, and now a chance to win it and win the match here tonight for the Panthers. Left-hander from the right side. Long's approach. It's across. Good serve. Eastmont scrambling again. Woolsborne at the net, and this one will be a point for Eastmont. Ava Jo Berry just kind of mistimed the hit this time. Sherman comes in for Eastmont. So too does Riggs. Lydia will have the service here as she's trying to keep Eastmont's night alive, trailing it 24-13. Service to the back line to Joe Berry. Now the kill by Nell, and it will fall, and that'll be it for the night as the Wenatchee Panthers sweep aside the Eastmont Wildcats. 3-0 here, winning the final 25-13. Our broadcast here brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free. You can rest assured with Harvest Valley Pest Control. They are using kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. We will talk with Marty McMahon and her player of choice coming up on the postgame show next year on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Thanks for to Les Schwab Tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $250 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
Or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill, located in East Wenatchee. Highlander Golf Course has added 2 state-of-the-art full-swing simulators. Food and drink service is available from our full-service bar and grill, offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Indoor and outdoor seating available. Call Shalane, our on-site coordinator, to schedule your special event.
I believe we've been coming to Abby's for 56 years, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
56 years.
Remembering all the events as a family and a community that we spent at Abby's.
Excellent and delicious food at an affordable price. We're delighted that we live close enough to be able to be a frequent customer.
And we are.
And we are. In fact, we've got orders to bring home a giant pizza when we leave here tonight.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Welcome to our post-game show here on the NCWLIFE Channel, where the Wenatchee Panthers have defeated the Eastmont Wildcats 3-0 tonight here at Eastmont High School. Ashton McMahon joining us here on the post-game show. Ashton, congratulations, first of all, on the win. I was talking to your coach and both coaches about how do you keep emotion out of a rivalry match like this? You guys were able to do that pretty well tonight.
Yeah, we practice that all the time in practice. Like, we gear up for these games and we gear up for that big crowd, and so that really helps us. The coaches do an amazing job to prepare us for that. Like, we're in practice yelling at each other just to kind of get us ready for that, and I think everyone stepped out here and did exactly what they were supposed to do, and just blocking them out and just playing our game.
I give them credit. They gave you guys some fits here tonight. Talk about the way you guys were able to play and the way you guys were able to overcome crowd and emotions and everything else here tonight.
It definitely wasn't our best game, but we took care of business, and the serve and pass game is critical. That's what we focus on the most. So as long as we take care of that, then I think we're pretty solid.
What is this like for you as a senior to have these sophomores that play so well, and they even seem better than they were last year?
Yeah, I'm so proud of them. They are the glue that holds this team together. They're our little firecrackers, and they do so much for this team, and I'm so glad we have them. We wouldn't be where we are without them.
And to me, anyway, between looking at the ladies on the floor, and I don't know if you know this or not, but it looks like Ava Jo and DeMarjian, did they grow a little bit between last year and this year? They look a little taller.
I think they did, definitely, yeah. Ava Jo probably not as much, but Kira definitely did. So, yeah, I'm super proud of them.
What does it mean for you to I mean, you're 4-0, that's great, but Big-9, you get the first win in Big-9 play. You want to repeat as district champions. Big step in that direction tonight, right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, congratulations here on the win, and good luck as the season progresses, and stay healthy, for goodness sakes.
Thank you.
All right, Ashton McMahon joining us here on the postgame show. We'll talk with Marnie McMahon coming up as we continue here on the NCWLIFE Channel right after this.
I'm Brian Thorpe, and I'm proud to say that Global Car Care is growing. We always do the right thing, and because of that, we're busy, and it's time to hire an experienced automotive technician. We spend as much time with our coworkers as we do our own family. I want them to understand they're not a number here. They're a person with a family, and I want them to be part of this family too. Do you want an owner that understands and respects what you do every day? I'm that guy. Our compensation is the best in the area. I want you to have your career with us.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Our post-game show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Wenatchee Panthers take care of Eastmont tonight, 25-17, 18, and 13. Marty McMahon, head coach for the Panthers, joining us now to improve to 4-0 on the season, and more importantly, get 1-0 in Big-9 play. Now, Ashton told me she didn't think that was their best match tonight. What do you say, Coach?
Definitely not. Yeah, statistically, we're punching a lot of numbers as the match is being played, and definitely was not statistically all around our best game defensively or offensively. But it's usually like that when you come to Eastmont. So just try to keep the kids' head on and not get wrapped up, focus on the next ball. But yeah, we're way better offensively and defensively than we showed tonight.
I thought, just looking at the match, Eastmont was kind of in scramble mode where you guys were more methodical about it. I thought they did a good job. Your ladies did a good job about keeping any emotion out of it. It's just, okay, well, there's a point. Let's go back and get it again.
Well, that's exactly what I told them. I mean, if some reason it gets emotional between the rivalries, and they're a very good team, but they can't get wrapped up in the emotions. They got to play it just nice and calm, and they did do a good job of moving on to the next point, but statistically, that was not our best match.
You told me before the match tonight that the girls were in the gym, they were working out, they were working on the weights, and boy, I can really see that, especially looking at DeMarjian and Ava Jo, and I mean, they just physically look stronger.
Yeah, no, we got some athletes, and they trained a lot this summer. We played a lot of volleyball, and so it's starting to pay off a little bit. You're seeing some of that physicality come out in their game, which is great, but we're not done yet.
Well, and Ashton, early on she was able to get that kill working well. Kind of fell off in the middle part of it there, but then rallied again at the end of it. You got to have that senior experience in there for your team, don't you?
Absolutely. Her and Elise weren't really in rhythm tonight. That was as far as their rhythm, they were way off tonight. But we go back in the gym. We keep working on it tomorrow. But yeah, definitely not her best game. But the thing about Ashton is that she can have a missed hit, and then she'll come back and put up a baller pass or get on a serving run. So she's kind of that kid who she's a gamer. You can count on her to come back in the next play.
And she seems like a coach on the floor for you as well.
Yeah, she's been around Mom a lot for a lot of years, and she's got a little bit of that built in her. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight, and stay healthy the rest of the season for your team.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Marty McMahon joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back and wrap it up after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Well, the Wenatchee Panthers improved to 4-0 on the young volleyball season by getting a sweep of Eastmont here tonight, while the Wildcats fall to 0-3. Again, the final score is 25-17, 18, and 13 as the Panthers get the win here at Eastmont High School. Thanks to our crew tonight for helping out. Back at the studios, Tucker Wagner here at the gymnasium. Of course, we had Malcolm Whitehall and Dan Kuntz and Matthew Ortiz, and of course, the best, my wife, Marion Granstrom, camera 2. Always doing such a great job. So thanks for joining us here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. That's going to wrap it up here from Eastmont High School, where the Wenatchee Panthers get the win in straight games. Again, 25-17, 18, and 13. Thanks for watching, and have a good night, everybody.
Now handoff up the middle again. Peterson's got some room up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by Abby's Pizza, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Les Schwab Tires, and Sangster Motors. Be sure to tune in for more local sports right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return you to normal programming already in progress. Win the district championship.